Matthew Perry's funeral was held on Friday, and frankly, I was surprised. I thought this was going to be a huge event because he's had so many people, in his orbit who loved him. There were only about 20, 25 people
It was
there.
so small.
This was at Forest Lawn, which actually Warner Brothers overlooks Forest Lawn, and Warner Brothers is where Friends was shot. So there's some meaning to that. That's Keith, I believe Keith Morrison standing there.
Yeah, and his stepdad
That's
and
his
obviously
stepdad.
his parents were both there.
His co-stars from Friends all showed up as well. But there were only 20, 25 people. It was a very intimate, small.
Super intimate. I think that just kind of shows you just how close this Friends cast was. That, like you guys said, I mean, it really was just his parents and intermediate family, yet they were all there. And I think it kind of just goes to show, throughout, I know it was a big thing during the negotiations for their contracts, how they all kind of looked out for each other and were super close. And, all of them showed up at his funeral.
Yeah, and it's funny, if you read Matthew Perry's book, he talks a lot about how the cast supported him. I mean, they knew something was going on. Again, his weight fluctuated wildly. They knew. My recollection from the book was, in particular, Jennifer Aniston knew and was reaching out to help him. So they were very, very, very close.
Well, the whole entire story came back up again with how much money they were getting made. Because at season 2, Rachel and Ross, that was like the big thing. David and Jennifer Aniston, they were getting paid more. But then season 3, they wanted them to get paid even more. But it was David Schwimmer that went. It was like, no, we have to pay it all the same. And Matthew Perry always says I don't think that he goes, I like to think I would be able to do that, but as a 25-year-old, not taking more money and making sure everyone gets paid more, he goes, David did that. David's the reason why. And I think that contributes to why Friends was such a great success, because they were all on the same playing field and they all did look out for each other.
They did look out for each other. And I gotta say something else. One of the things that really is different about the cast of Friends from just about every other show. Look, we put videos up a lot on our website and we show it on TV, of celebrities who go out to dinner and we'll catch them here and there. When a show is over, you don't see that they're as tight-knit anymore. They go off and they do their own things. Not the Friends cast.
Nope.
We see, Lisa Kudrow and Courteney Cox and Jennifer Aniston out a lot.
That's how Jennifer Aniston launched her Instagram page, was a picture of them three. They always hang out together. They all have each other's back all throughout these years.
And it's been 20 years, and yet they remained so tight. So, this is a family member dying. This is not, a situation where, oh yeah, it was a guy that I worked with and loved. They are family. And, you felt it if you read Matthew Perry's book, but you also feel it when you hear or read, what the co-stars said about them.
Hi, I'm Jane. I'm in New York City, and I'm just so heartbroken by his death. And I live in New York City, and my dream is to sort of have this Friends experience. And you could just tell that their friendship is more than just what you saw on camera. And I think the funeral really shows that. And I just think it's so beautiful, and I wish he could have been around longer, because all I want to know is what, Chandler and Monica are doing right now.
I got to say, I just want to say one thing. I think, just shout out to the producers, the executive producers of that show, because they not only cast great actors, but they cast people who connected in a way that you don't really see on other shows, and that connection lived on the screen.
Yeah, it was you saw. That's why it was the success that it was, because their connection was so strong and so close. It felt like they were just having fun and actually just hanging out as friends on set.
And you don't get that with casting, because what you're looking for are great actors, and sometimes they hate each other.
Yes, well, they're all trying to one up each other, it feels like now. And
they did the opposite.
Yeah,
it was
beautiful.
It's really, really amazing.